So the food plays an important role because of the alkaline. And many people know this. They talk about it all the time. Alkaline, alkaline, alkaline. And they're always trying to get the alkalines high, which is great, especially to offset some of the lower alkalines. But it's just a simple principle that you have your acids and your alkalines, okay? And actually, this should be, well, I'm a big fan of everything is upside down and up is down and down is up, but I'll save y'all that whole flip by just giving it to you like you see it, just alkaline and acid, and this one goes up literally, and this one goes down literally, and we call that our pH what? Balance, okay? All is known, all is revealed, but to the ignorant, they do not see it. So that pH balance, not high pH, super high pH is disconnection also. And you got these people that are eating all these carrots and eating all this stuff, and then you're like, namaste, I just want to be around that. You're going down too. No, but serious. It's like balance, not wired up and geeked up and on a whole nother thing and unable to reconnect, and not all the way down there and totally disconnected, but balance, right? So in the pH balance, the acid, which is pretty much everything, your soy sauce, your sauces, all your sauces, because they love to throw the vinegar in there. Vinegar we use in the laboratory. It's like vinegar is one of the strongest acidic agents. Grease, right? All of these things, think about it. And grease, oil, these are all fuels, okay? Everything you're consuming is a fuel. Sometimes we have to step back for a moment to connect these things. These fuels that you're eating are in different qualities, though. You can't throw chicken grease in a Lamborghini. There's some biodiesel cars you can throw it into, but I'm sure that check computer light will come on in the Lamborghini if you try to throw that in check dealership. This ain't it. This won't power it. So all of these greases and things that you're eating, like when you soak that grease out of a potato chip, you ever take a potato chip and go and just spit out all the grease in the potato chip? Do you know how many things have been fried in that same grease as far as how many potatoes? Do you know potatoes, when you spray pesticide on the ground, are one of the main vegetables that soak in pesticides? So when you take that pesticide and you fry it, the transition that actually happens, what they call the trans fat, the transition that actually happens is pretty intense. And then the more potatoes you fry in that same grease, because remember, the only criteria is that it's golden brown. And it will remain golden brown as long as it's never up to a certain heat. So they fry more and more and more potatoes, and then here you come. Can't eat just one, and then down you go. Down you go, further and further and further and further as you're taking the encouragement, because remember, as you get lower, everybody on that path, when you ask for advice, they're going to only have more low vibratory advice. Man, you need to try this hot sauce with that. There's some vinegar now. Okay, yo, try this Pepsi shot. This is, you see, so down you go. So see, people need to wake up and be aware, and they will. And they will. But today, this conversation is actually not about people. People is a classification. This is about advanced beings and what they need to do now, because if I'm coming in here to explain to you the tetragrammist, that means things have definitely got to the point where we are ready to come up out of this egg, that this thing is about to crack, because every single thing around this design explains the transition. So let's keep going. So now know also this racism. Okay, so we got these greases and oils. So just start thinking about that when you're eating things. Just say, well, what kind of fuel is in it? Where's the power? Because we can really run a biodiesel car off of what comes out of a KFC, people. This is not a metaphor, I'm telling you. And for those that don't know, biodiesel cars run off of chicken grease for real. And all of greases are fuels. And your body is taking that grease in as a kind of fuel, but it's a low-grade fuel for you. And I'm not just talking about chicken grease. I'm talking about like a lot of the oils, the mixed vegetable oils, all those different oils, okay? And these serve to push you more into the past, so much of where your sleep, this is how sleep happens.